Hi everyone, welcome back to the 2023 Patterns for Pirates holiday freebies. I am excited to walk you through another super quick but super adorable tutorial. We have this sewing pattern available. It is the Cordial Can Coolers, and they come in both a 12-ounce standard can size and a 12-ounce slim can size. So if you prefer your drinks in the tall boys, you can use these. They're patterns for both. It's super quick, super easy. I think I've said that about all of the patterns that we've done for the holiday freebies this year, or just in general. It's kind of the the thing that we try for. So you just need your pattern piece. You need one piece cut on the fold of your main fabric, and the fold is down here on the bottom. You need one cut on the fold of your lining fabric, and then you need a fusible interfacing. If you don't have fusible, you could use something that's sew-in, but fusible is just easier for me to use in general. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and get moving. The first thing you're going to want to do is add your interfacing to the main fabric. I've got my, the fusible side is up here and my fabric is on top, and I'm gonna head straight to the iron and go attach these two together. All right, we've got it all ironed together, and again, this is such a quick pattern, so you're gonna be like, whoa, I can make a million of these for Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, or really whatever you want to make them for. This, I don't know if I mentioned, this is the tall can, but the assembly is exactly the same for both. So we are going to, after it's attached, we've ironed our fusible interface on, we're going to lay our lining piece on top of our main piece with right sides together. And then we are going to sew along the top edge of both of these, so these two edges right here, and then we're going to sew along the very bottom edges. And the reason we're doing that is because we need to be able to turn this right side out. So I want to be very specific in letting you know this pattern, and it does list it on the pattern pieces, you need to use a 1/4 seam allowance. If you use anything larger than that, your cans are not going to fit, or at least not fit easily, into these can coolers. So really make sure that you stick with 1/4 inch seam allowance. But again, we're going to be sewing along this top edge, and these two bottom edges right here at 1/4 seam allowance. All right, we've got the two tops sewn here, and then our bottoms sewn along here. And you are going to want to take a pair of scissors and clip into the corners as much as you can on the bottom here without going through your stitching. If you go through your stitching, go back through it. And so again, otherwise it'll come apart. And see, we've got that clipped out there, so it will have a nice corner when we turn. But also, I recommend, if you have pinking shears, to take it and cut along that curved edge, especially to help with keeping the curve a little cleaner when you turn it. If you don't have pinking shears, a trick to use is just to snip, snip, snip at various locations all along this. Again, don't clip into your seam allowance, and it kind of gives the same work here. It's just it's a few more steps than just one big snip. Not a big deal on either part. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn this puppy right side out. We're going to actually be pulling some of the one side through this middle bottom part here. So you just kind of got to do a little finessing, a little finagling to get it through, but it comes out just fine. And we're going to turn it right side out. And voila, it should look like this. And I would highly recommend running to your iron and giving everything a good press after you make sure that everything is turned out properly. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go to my machine and, well, my iron and press all of these curves and points. Once you've pressed it to your liking, we are in the home stretch, and all we have to do is take our pattern piece, and this is the right side facing up. We're just going to fold it in half, and we're going to match these top seams. Well, we're going to match every seam. The top edges, the raw edges on the sides here, and then the bottom. And take your pins or your clips or whatever you use and just line it all up. And we are going to run a 1/4 inch seam allowance right along the raw edges. This is the point, if you want to, you can use your serger to, or a zigzag stitch or something to clean up the edges a little bit. But we're going to be flipping the raw edges into the inside, and for the most part, you're not going to see them. Like here it is on this one. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But a 1/4 inch on this edge and a 1/4 inch on that edge. We've got our seams all sewn. It's pretty much done right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take my pinking shears and cut down, although it's very little and of a seam allowance, cut it down and give it a little, again, you can use a serger if you want to. For some reason, for me, I just don't really need a serger on that part. I just go ahead and snip it just so it so it's a little cleaner, but, and the zigzag on these pinking shears does help it from fraying after the fact too. So I can get it snipped over here and do the second side. Just make sure you don't go through any of your stitches. And there we go. And the last step is just to turn it right side out. And that's pretty easy. I would give it a press if I were you, especially before if you're gifting it to someone. It just helps retain the shape a little better. But we have our cute little, here we go, Cordial Can Cooler. And what I think, I actually can't believe that we haven't done this already. It's amazing to me that we haven't done a can cooler freebie for you yet, because it's such a brilliant gift. These are such great little gifts. Who doesn't love a can cooler? And the cool thing about this is that you have unlimited potential, unlimited, to be able to decorate these and personalize them. So they'd be such fun little stocking stuffers or just little gifts. I mean, honestly, even teacher gifts, this would be great for. And I know I made these in holiday fabrics, or yeah, holiday fabrics. But I mean, they're not really seasonal at all. So you can make them in pretty much anything. You know, the sky's the limit with what you want to decorate it with. But here we go. We've got, this is the 12-ounce can slim size, and this is the 12-ounce standard can, and they're pretty darn cute if you ask me. I hope you love it. I'm so excited to see what you make with it. I'm ready to get my feed filled with all the images that you're sharing of all the Cordial Can Coolers that you've created for your family and friends this holiday season. And thanks for watching, and happy holidays.